Welcome to our primary live blog. Our plan is to update every 15 minutes or so before polls close, and then even more regularly once we have results. We encourage you to occasionally refresh your browser so you can see the most recent update. Catch up on the latest. Greg Abbott has won the GOP nomination for governor and will avoid a runoff. He will face Beto O'Rourke in November. Ken Paxton will face George P. Bush in a May runoff for the GOP nomination for Attorney General. Greg Casar, a Democratic socialist, has won his primary in an Austin to San Antonio U.S. House District, where he's all but certain to prevail in November. In South Texas, Democratic socialist Jessica Cisneros and 9-term Congressman Henry Cuellar look like they're heading to a runoff. Sid Miller is running far ahead of James White in the Republican race for Agriculture Commissioner. Why is voter turnout so low? That's all for tonight, FolksBen Rowen, 12:56 a.m. 12 hours in, we're going to call it a night here. Thanks for following along. The headline results of the night are Greg Abbott's outright win in the GOP gubernatorial primary, Ken Paxton and George P. Bush qualifying for a runoff for the GOP nomination for AG, and Democratic socialist Greg Casar's win in a U.S. House primary in a deep blue district that all but assures hell. Be sure to check back in the morning for updated results on two races, the Democratic primary in the 28th Congressional District, anchored in Laredo, where incumbent Henry Cuellar and Jessica Cisneros appear to be headed to a runoff, and the Democratic primary for Attorney General where for Closing thoughts. Christopher Hooks, 12:46 a.m. God makes all primary seasons in his image, but he likes some of them more than others. Some are packed to the brim with lunacy and derangement, or set in motion ideological shifts that change the state for good. Others kinda sputter. This one sputtered. The Republicans who run state government have each been there for 2 terms, enough to get dinged up. But Greg Abbott won renomination with 70% of the vote over some very loud challengers, and a guy named Rick Perry, not that Rick Perry. Dan Patrick has his fair share of intra-party detractors, but he got no challenger worth mentioning. An attempt to unseat Sid Miller fizzled. Ken Paxton had 3 strong challengers and was forced into a runoff, but none of his challengers ran particularly strong either, with second-place finisher George P. Bush running 20 points behind. In the House, Speaker Phelan helped defend his incumbents. In the Senate, Patrick helped elect new loyalists. This one's pretty standard, as these things go. Underneath Beto O'Rourke, the results for Democratic statewide races suggested that most Democratic voters are picking names at random for many offices when they step into the voting booth.